Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another Weather Wednesday. I'm Phil Penarski from CBS 42 Now, and we are once again joined by Storm Team meteorologist Ashley Gann to break down yet another interesting topic. Once again, though, if you are watching us on Facebook, I highly recommend everybody commenting down below some other Weather Wednesday topics you'd like us to discuss in the future. Again, we do these every single Wednesday right here on CBS 42 Now. But very quickly, as you can probably tell if you are watching this either on the website or on social media, that we are going to be talking about winter weather. So if you have any interesting weather events, something you remember from your past here in Alabama, we want to hear about it. We plan on discussing it a little bit more in depth leading up to the CBS 42 News at 4. Ashley, I do want to welcome you, and I do want to talk about this unseasonably warm weather we've been having really recently. It was pretty cold back in the a couple weeks ago. I almost had to turn on my heat in my apartment, but now that it's getting kind of mild again, do you want to talk a little bit more about some of the things that we're seeing there?
Absolutely. Now, Phil, remind everyone, where are you from?
I'm, of course, from Milwaukee. I know some people are probably tired of me saying that and how it's so not cold right now, when it probably is. But, the South is starting to grow on me. I'm starting to get a little chilly in the 50s as well.
I was going to say, the running joke in my family is that anytime it drops below 70, I have to put the seat warmer on. I know that's a little extreme, but here's one thing. You are right. It is mild across not only central Alabama, but the deep south. I want to show you the weather setup for today. This is right now, and what we're noticing to our north. See those colors of blues, turquoise, purples on your screen? That is that polar air. That is the air that's being trapped by this jet stream right now, and essentially the jet stream is moving from the Pacific across northern Mexico through Texas, and then with winds kind of out of the south, it's pushing that jet stream to the north and keeping all of that very cold air to our north. That is why those temperatures are unseasonably warm. So not only is the jet stream kind of driving that cold air right now and directing it where to go, we're also getting additional southerly flow, and so that's going to add to our warmer temperatures here across central Alabama, and things are only going to be a little warm as we head towards Christmas and even the end of the year.
Yeah, no, and once again, Phil Penarski here with Ashley Gann discussing the winter weather coming up over the next few weeks here in central Alabama. We just talked about how we haven't really been seeing much winter weather despite it being the winter solstice almost, but I do want to ask, is there going to be any snow for Christmas? Are we expecting a white Christmas? I see a lot of comments right now on our Facebook page, asking for no snow. A lot of people hoping that we don't see any snow over the next couple days. Stefania, though, saying bring on the snow. She obviously is excited to see it. Tess mentioning that it's nice to look at, but she doesn't really want to have to deal with all of that. So, Ashley, I bring up the question again. Are we expecting any snow these last couple of weeks leading up into Christmas and the New Year?
No snow at all, and you can see by our temperature outlook over the next 6 to 10 days, we're going to return to not only an above average, but almost a well above average category for some of our temperatures. See those reds and oranges on your map? That's going to put us anywhere from about 3 to 7 degrees above average, with a bullseye of some of those warmer temperatures in West Texas. So keep in mind, though, if you do want a white Christmas, here's a fun fact for you. Visit Rochester, New York. Rochester, New York has the highest probability of seeing snow on Christmas. They actually beat out cities in Alaska for a snowy Christmas. So that's a fun fact, but it's actually the snow falling, not necessarily the snow that has already accumulated. No snow is expected for us. And something else to note, speaking of unseasonably warm temperatures, I've had a lot of viewers comment on how they feel like this is just kind of strange weather. They don't remember it being warm, then so cold. But I do want to point out there is some truth to that. There's only been 5 other years. Now, I went back in some climate data, and there's been 5 times in the last 20 years that we've had those temperatures above 76. So our record for this month, the warmest temperature so far in December has been 76 degrees. Only 5 other years, actually 2013 through 2016, we saw a run of 70s during that month. We got up to 77, some days 78 degrees, but the warmest December day on record occurred in 1951. So we're not going to necessarily be flirting with that, but we are going to be close to maybe some record-breaking days this week, one of those being on Friday. So this warm air not only sticks around for the next 6 to 10 days, that will include Christmas Day. It will stay relatively dry, so we'll see the precipitation forecast slightly below normal, but we're not eliminating rain. We have a rainmaker coming in Saturday and Monday, so it's not necessarily going to be entirely dry, kind of like drought weather, but it's not necessarily going to be super soggy over the next couple days. 8 to 14 days, this is taking us through the new year. It's going to be above normal as well, so it looks like it's going to be a warm end to 2021.
Yeah, no, we're definitely glad to know that this isn't something that we should be normally expecting. This is a little bit out of the ordinary. Only 5 other times this has happened before. But one of those times where it didn't really happen was all the way back in 2017 when we had what many people refer to as Snowmageddon. Ashley, we actually talked about it last year on the anniversary of it. I do want to quickly show some of those pictures you have back there. Those are some from in Childersburg, all the way back on December 8th, 2017, nearly 4 years ago. Ashley, why don't you talk to us a little bit more about that? And if you're watching, please comment. Do you remember Snowmageddon? Do you have any funny memories? I know we had a couple of them last year. Ashley, I know you actually had a pretty interesting story as well.
Yeah, as far as my experience there on Snowmageddon. So we had quite a bit of snow that fell on December the 8th, 2017, and it was a range, really a range of snowfall totals, but the heaviest band lined up through East Alabama down towards Southwest Alabama. You can kind of see the bullseye here in East Alabama, Calhoun County, Talladega County, 6 to 12 inches of rain. This ran us all the way into West Georgia, but then as we moved back to the Birmingham metro, we had 3 to 6 inches of rain there. Listen to me, 3 to 6 inches of snow, and then 1 to 3 inches of snow back towards West Alabama. Something interesting to note on this day, there was more snow measured in Mobile, Alabama than Huntsville, Alabama that day, even though Huntsville, we tend to logically think more of kind of the snow maker of our state. So very interesting setup there in Central and East Alabama. But let me go ahead and show you those pictures really quick, because this is really fun to kind of talk about some of these pictures that we saw. This is from our own David Baxley. Some of you know David. He's behind the scenes here at the station now. And this is down at Childersburg at Mama's house. And you can see how this snow fell in Childersburg. They had about 4 to 6 inches. Again, the Birmingham recording station had about 4 inches. And there's the snow falling. So a lot of people remember. And it turned out to just be a fun snow day. We forecasted it well. And so the schools had shut down and there wasn't a whole lot going on. So at least most people just got to enjoy the snow, made a lot of snowmen, and I remember just getting a slew of pictures here into the station. But this year, I don't think that we're going to see any white stuff before we round out the year.
Yeah, I know that can be kind of disappointing for some people. I know specifically people looking for a little bit of an extended Christmas break, specifically those people in school. Ashley, I want to thank you again so much for coming on for yet another Weather Wednesday, really breaking down what to expect over the next couple of weeks. And, you know, whether you like it or not, there won't be any snow this Christmas. So, Ashley, thank you so much for doing.
I will honestly say I'll take 70s in December. Not a bad way to end the year. I know a lot of folks want it to be a bit more festive outside and feel cold, but I don't mind shopping in a t-shirt. But that's just my opinion. That's all that is.
Yeah, no, I've really come accustomed to t-shirts and flip-flops in December since I've moved down here. Ashley, thank you so much for coming on with us and discussing this with us. And I want to thank everybody else watching us at home from Facebook and our website, cbs42.com. You can actually check out some of the other Weather Wednesday topics we've discussed in the past if you just head on over there. If you're watching us on Facebook, you can click that link in the description box and it'll take you directly to our list of previous topics. And if you have any ideas that you want us to discuss right here on CBS 42 Now, just comment them down below. Once again, I'm Phil Pinarski. We hope you have a great rest of your day.